and dry. Some people call me Pringles Dick, but I never really found out. No, I never found out. I never really found out why.
Oh, I think we were talking about Pringles Dick. I might as well just skip to the Dumb and Dumber review.
How dare you relate those two things? Pringles Dick song is amazing,
Yeah.
as is Harmontown.
Okay.
That movie blows all of these movies out of the water.
Okay. Well, okay, tonight we actually saw the Rose Rotter sneak preview from the Fathom event. I saw Dumber Number 2 last Wednesday. Nick, I assume yours is already up. And you would not be wrong.
I know. Dumb and Dumber is dumb and horrible.
Well, did you ever watch Dumb and Dumber?
I think I saw some of it, and it actually made me want to cut myself. I hated it so much. Jim Carrey is like one of the only people who I would sacrifice myself to kill. It's true. I really dislike him, and I hate everything he does. I don't like him in any movie he's ever done, and I hate him.
Well, I think it's a comedy gem.
I hate him a lot.
Well, I think it's a comedy gem.
You hated it.
What?
You
No,
hated
the first
all
one.
of the first. I thought the first was garbage. I thought all of them were garbage. I think Jim Carrey's garbage.
The majority, if not all of the Farrelly movies from the 90s were great. Kingpin, Something About Mary. Hold on.
It's like the lowest common denominator humorous. I'm not even close.
Were there in the
Fucking
90s?
hate it.
In the 90s, there were the McFarlanes or the Seth Rogen / Goldbergs
hated
of their time.
And I hate it all.
I'm using you mostly as a soundboard for Dumb and Dumber 2. Kingpin, Something About Mary. What was the one? Oh, because they did the twin one with Matt Damon and what was the one with the Siamese twin? That was pretty funny. I like Me, Myself, and Irene. Dumb and Dumber, obviously. Though, it's like the only reason this movie's still coming out 20 years later, even after the awful prequel, was because people do like the first.
Fucking idiots.
Did you see the prequel?
It's because people are fucking idiots.
No, it has this the Dumb and Dumber, the original. It's a perfectly good road trip movie. It's a great road trip movie. Like the character, the stupidity of the characters were perfectly balanced in time versus the normalcy of the rest of the world.
Nope.
Dumb and Dumber 2, though, the calculation, quote unquote, between the stupidity of the characters in contrast with how it relates to the real world, I guess it's way off. There are a lot of jokes in in Dumb and Dumber 2 that come across as just mean. There's the scene in the trailer where he does second most annoying sound in the world, doorbell, and they wake up this old married couple. It turns out they caught Harry and Floyd. They caused their son to die in a motorcycle accident, and they don't. What?
That's because Jim Carrey's a horrible person. That is why.
Well, in the movie now, yeah.
No, I'm in my life.
And okay, let's see. Floyd, is it Floyd? No, it's Harry. No, Jim Carrey's Floyd. And Jeff Daniels is Harry. Yeah. Harry. He doesn't know, he makes, I guess, racist comments about his adoptive parents, who are very, very stereotypically Asian Chinese, I think. Is racist. It comes across as racist on the basis that it's just not funny.
Nothing about Jim Carrey or any of his movies comes off as funny. I'm no help for this interview. I have a very deep.
You're not supposed to say. You're not supposed to say anything. You're supposed to be somebody I can talk to, just to bring up points.
Cool. I thought you wanted me to interact. I'm gonna go look down here. I'm gonna be edited out.
This comes across. It's a weird balance of both the natural chemistry between Jeff Daniels and Jim Carrey, because they're dedicated to working in these roles. Even they're nearing 60. Both of them are in their mid 50s right now. They're still very energetically, very putting their all into it in terms of a lot of the theatrical, the more slapsticky moments. But it's still really awkward to see them doing the same sick shtick they did 20 years ago. with diluted effect. And it is very much the exact same structure of the first movie. It's all a road trip to MacGuffin that will eventually cause him to learn some kind of like, you know, moral lesson about family or love or whatever. But the elements here are just much more weaker. Like, they're not even satirizing it like they did in like 22 Jump Street. Like, they still have a straight man. In this case, that like the third hitchman or straight man played by Rob Riggle. He doesn't do anything particularly funny. You still have like this sort of pseudo conspiracy against them that they just happen to get caught up in. That's not nearly as funny or as comedically dark as it was in the first movie. The weirdest thing that comes out of it is just like the lady has a weird foot fetish that goes nowhere. It has the same like kind of strange callbacks. Now, the problem is because I didn't get the chance to rewatch the first Dumb and Dumber before I saw the sequel, so I couldn't really figure out which was an exact callback and which was something they made up in the between time. Because I kind of remember the blind Billy the Blind. I don't remember Freda Felcher. I kind of remember Mary Samsonite, and I remember most of the major the callbacks. Again, like Most Annoying Sound in the World, Pepper Spray, Upside Down Pepper Spray, the Muff Cut Mobile, as I like to call it, and I guess some of the callback jokes are decent. Like, when they bring back the Muff Cup for meal, like, about, like, halfway in the movie, they find it, they go, hooray! They drive it up a hill, slow motion, like, yee-wee! Moment it hits the ground, breaks down completely, falls apart. And it's like, okay. Edit, they're driving some other car. And, okay, here's the weird thing about my audience. It was a bunch of fat people.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to be involved in this.
You told me to not be involved in this.
I know, but I want you to listen to me and participate in
I got this.
My mild, my mild comfort, because I had an okay time, but I wasn't laughing out loud as I should have been. Honestly, the Three Stooges movie the Farrelly brothers did a couple years back, that's more of a Dumb and Dumber movie than this is. And instead of the Jennifer Lawrence cameo we were promised, we got Mama June from Honey Boo Boo.
Who, like, molested Honey Boo Boo?
No, she's dating a child molester who I think allegedly molested her before.
That's fair.
Which was really awkward when I saw that movie. Especially since now, like, when you get down to the twist of the movie, because, okay, Harry has to find his daughter so he can get a kidney transplant. Spoilers, he doesn't need a kidney transplant. He's just doing another prank on Floyd for, like, making him wait 20 years for another stupid prank. And so it turns out Floyd thinks Floyd is actually Harry is the so Harry's daughter is actually Floyd's daughter, at least in his mind. So you get more awkward incesty humor. That's an actual scene in the movie, you know.
I'm gonna mime autoerotic asphyxiation. So we were in the movie theaters, and Evan gave me a churro, and I was making orgasm sounds. I was like, oh god, yes, this churro. Oh, churro.
To be fair, the churro was good.
Churro.
To be fair, the churros were good.
And this old lady in front of me turns around and gives me like, what? And I was like, ha! Oh, I made an old lady turn around with my orgasm sounds. Good job, Nick. Thanks, other Nick. I was real proud, like unreasonably proud, because I mean, it doesn't seem like it'd be that hard to make an old lady turn around with orgasm sounds, but I was going for it.
To be fair, the churros were pretty good.
Oh, they were great.
Yeah.
Oh.
But anyway, yeah, like Dumb and Dumber 2, like when I think about it, I think it's a perfectly. When I think about Dumb and Dumber 2, when I think about when I think about Dumb and Dumber 2, like when I first... hold on. Like, I remember now. This is... Oh, we should do this for like our final consensus moments.
I like it.
No bullshit.
No bullshit.
Just this
Never
is,
bullshit
This is how
with
we
you.
end all our reviews.
Never
now.
bullshit with you on present audience, because I'm assuming there aren't many of you, and if you are watching, it's probably one of us watching it multiple times. Reality check.
No, okay, when I saw the movie, I thought, like, it's a perfectly decent sequel. It's not great, but, like, you know, if you like Dumb and Dumber, you'll probably like this movie. And I think you probably still do, but if you don't have any affection for these characters, or the Farrellies, I don't think you'd have a great time at all. Like, yeah, if you have an interest because of because it's Dumb and Dumber, yeah, get a matinee for it. If not, you can wait and probably never see it. Bye.
Bye, sexy people.
Check out for part 2 with Rose Rotter.